Hey guys, it's Fernando doing another video for Monster Survivalist. In this case, reviewing the Seiko Orange Monster. This review is dedicated to Hiru-san, who in my previous watch review, the one on the G-Shock, he mentioned that he preferred analog clocks instead, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's a different taste, different preferences. I do find that it's like the equivalent in the analog world of what you would have instead in a G-Shock. You know, it's a very rugged, it is of course a diver's watch. Seiko Monsters are that. They are pure diver watches. This one in particular, having the orange face, is even more so. Why is that? Because orange faces clocks are generally the ones used for diving. The first diver's watch with an orange face was made by Swiss Doxa in 1967, after making a study and realizing that orange was the most visible color in murky water. I find that that's also the case in low light and darker conditions. Orange, it is quite more visible than most other colors that I know of. The construction is excellent, and being a diver's watch, it has many of the characteristics people into survival and preparedness would be looking for, like ruggedness, like lack of need of batteries. Those are all cool features that come in these watches, and you know, many of us look forward to that. The construction is excellent. It's stainless steel construction all around. For the case, there's the tsunami logo of Seiko. The case, the wristband, these are all solid links. Even better than many watches that cost much more than this one. It adjusts, has a clasp there and there, and you can even extend that when using a wetsuit. Again, a diver's watch. Opening that way, it extends, you see, so that it fits a wetsuit as well. It is heavy, yes, I'm not going to be saying no to that, but I find that in spite of being heavy, it is still pretty well balanced, because the case is heavy, but also the wristband is heavy as well, and it does balance quite well, all things considered, of course. Yeah, a light watch it is not, but it's not uncomfortable for using it all day long for long periods of time, for years. And yeah, it's not a problematic watch in that way. It is a massive and solid watch. Of course it is. The crown is placed at a almost 4 o'clock position, so that it doesn't dig into your hand when flexing it. Very nice idea there. The movement internal is 21 joules, which is not the most accurate, of course, and none of these watches, guys, are very accurate. There's always going to be a couple of seconds more or less being lost or gained each day. You can tamper with it, taking to a jewelry store and having someone work with that a little bit, make it a little bit more accurate. But one of the frustrations people that are not used to clocks and more used to digital watches instead is the lack of precision. That is something that if it really bothers you, in my case, I don't care if it loses or gains 3, 4, 5 seconds a day. It's not that much of a big deal for me. This one is more accurate than my Black Monster. This one loses 1 or 2 seconds per day. For me, that's very tolerable imprecision. The Black Monster is losing like 5 seconds a day, which at the end of the week kind of gains up on you, but really not a problem. It also has the calendar, and it has a water resistance. Being a diver's watch, has a water resistance of 200 meters. The crystal, this isn't sapphire, but it's still very good material. Proprietary from Seiko, it's called Hardlex. It is not as scratch resistant as sapphire. Of course, it does not cost as much as sapphire as well, but the neat thing is that it is more shattering resistant. So it's gonna be scratching before sapphire. It's gonna be breaking. Sapphire is gonna be breaking before this material used here, Hardlex. In terms of the luminescent material there, it is the best in the business. No watch, no clock has better luminescent material than these Seiko Orange Seiko Monsters. It's called LumiBright. It holds on for a good amount of time, even with a little bit of normal sunlight exposure. You will not have a problem reading that in the dark. So all in all, guys, a very good watch. I like it. I understand why it has almost a cult following to it, because they are excellent. They are purpose built, you know, very no nonsense type of clock. And yeah, the price is also right as well, which that helps a lot. If this clock costs, you know, 300, 400 bucks, then maybe it wouldn't be as great of a deal as it is now at 200 bucks. Has a rotating bezel, of course, clicks solidly into place. So if you do need a diver's watch, then yes. And also, if you just happen to prefer analog clocks rather than digital ones, and you still want those characteristics, you know, the lack of needing batteries, that's what made it for me too. I find it to be like a comparison to the Solar G-Shocks made by Casio, that because of the sunlight don't require a battery, and these in fact last for a very long time. The only negative aspect would be that if you're not using this clock for over a day, after a day it loses a wind edge and you have to start moving it again. So it is perfect for someone that's going to be using the clock on daily basis. If not, you kind of get tired of always having to reset the time, you know, because after a day you have to reset the time again, start moving it again, so that it starts powering up. So that's my review, guys, on the Seiko Orange Monster. Great clock. I do love these watches. That's why I have two of them, of course. So that's basically it, guys. Remember to subscribe if you're liking these videos. Take care and have a great day. See you next time.